So, welcome again to Omnis Oracle. You can like, you can comment, you can share this video, um, or you can subscribe if you feel my vibe. You can also ring that bell next to the subscribe button. You can ring my bell. Okay, so we're going to be doing readings for Virgo. Okay, and before I begin, I just want to let you know what the forecast is today. Um, the forecast is our sun is in Virgo and our moon is in Libra and our moon is waxing crescent. Okay, and so I would say intuitively that our forecast is basically we got some Virgo energy shedding light on Libra energy, and we also have light shining in our dark places, on our dark selves. We are encouraged to allow our light selves to encourage, to strengthen, to edify our shadow selves, because our shadow selves are the part of us that is 90%, whether you're male or female, 90% divine feminine. And we tend to demonize that divine feminine spirit because that is the divine feminine spirit or part of us that checks us. And she talks a lot of shiz. You understand what I'm saying? So she's not like very I guess prudish or anything like that. She's very earthy, okay? All of the energy, all of Earth, okay, the galaxy, everything is dark, and the sun is the only thing that sheds light on that dark. And the sun is like, listen, boo boo, you have got to stop demonizing the dark. You have got to stop fearing the dark. You have got to stop, cutting the dark off from God, okay, because God loves the dark. The dark is God's divine feminine energy, his wife, and that's why God is basically, he's the father of the heavenly lights, and he is courting our dark energy, because he wants to shine light on our dark energy and enlighten us to how beautiful dark energy is and how needed dark energy is. Okay, our dark energy is that energy that let me see, I wrote an example down. um I don't know where I wrote it though. Okay, so I don't know where I wrote it, so let me try to remember. That dark energy is the kind of energy we have that will check somebody. That dark energy doesn't just check us, it checks and it talks ish about other people. You know what I'm saying? It likes to let us know what the low is. You feel me? And so because it doesn't sound very virtuous or high and mighty, we tend to demonize her. And the only thing we need to do is to use our light self to balance her out so that, we can live balanced lives emotionally, spiritually, okay, and physically. We end up living balanced lives because we accept our dark energy and the wisdom that she provides us, and we accept the light to shine on her and balance her out, okay? And that light energy that we have is 10%. And although it seems like a lower number, it has a great responsibility, okay, to giving us what we need, giving us the light that we need in order to produce good harvests in our lives. Okay, and so before we begin the reading for Virgo, I want to pray. Okay, so first let me do some singing bowl just to release healing mentally, emotionally, and physically into the air. Okay, and to call on our divine army to do so and to give us messages and to guide us. Okay. And so, Almighty Breasted One, Mommy God, Father of the Heavenly Lights, where every good and perfect gift comes from, we thank you for blessing us today with no painful toil, no sorrow, no harmful causations. Thank you for our Christ consciousness, that light inside of us. Thank you for the love of God inside of us. Thank you for this Christ consciousness and for giving your angels charge to lead us and guide us in the ways that we shall go, and counsel us with your loving God, with your loving eye, Father of the heavenly lights, Spirit, Source, Conscious Universe, Lady Wisdom, Creator, Higher Self, angels, the whole divine army. We call upon thee to bless us with your wisdom, with your guidance, and with your counsel, and with your love. Ashe. Ashe. Okay. Okay, so if this reading does not resonate with you, Miss Virgo, Mr. Virgo, okay, I want to encourage you to check your sun, moon, and rising. Again, I don't know too much about that, but my daughter does, and you can find her on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter if you put Yin Lati into those search engines, okay? Yin Lati, and she can guide you in finding that out. She may need your name, your date of birth, and the time that you were born. Some of us don't have a time, so she can work with you on that also. Okay, because Virgos, you may not feel like a Virgo, and it may be because of whatever sign your house is in. It can be because of the forecast of how the moon is, and our moon is in waxing crescent now, so very much dark energy with a little bit of light. Okay, and then you have your moon in Libra. Your sun is in Virgo, so Virgo's on and popping and affecting all of us. But when you have your moon switching up every so often, and now it's in Libra, okay, you're gonna feel a lot differently or having different experiences based on those things. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So if this reason does not resonate, beloved, I encourage you to check your sun, moon, and rising. All right. And I believe in some ways, um, regardless of what your sun, moon, and rising is, it's going to resonate. Okay. Because spirit knows what you know and is going to connect with that. Okay. Our divine army knows what you know and is going to connect with that. All right. So, what about Virgo? I want to first go into the element that Virgo is in, and Virgo is in the element of Earth. Okay, the energy of Earth. Virgos are very practical, ambitious, analytical, meticulous, and reliable, and that's the light side of Virgo. Virgo has a dark side that we are tempted to demonize or condemn, okay, or persecute, but we should not. We should always use our light energy to balance out our dark energy. Okay, so if your light energy is being practical and ambitious and analytical and meticulous and reliable, you want to use that to balance out the fact that your shadow self may be a warrior, worrier. You worry too much, right? Because you're a perfectionist. Okay. Your dark shadow self may also be greedy or harsh. And so you can definitely balance your light self and your dark self so that you can have, so that you can basically manifest desirable outcomes from the energy of balance, okay? From the energy of light and dark. All right, so let's see, is there anything else I wanted to go over? My objective is to, with Christ consciousness and the gift of prophecy, channel messages from the divine army that God has given charge over us. Okay, the tangible tools that I will be using is going to be tarot, oracle, and angel cards. Also, I will be periodically using scripture, and in the scripture, 1 Corinthians 14 verse 3, it says that the gift of prophecy is to edify, strengthen, and encourage those who are listening. And so that's my objective today, and that's my objective with this channel. Okay, so that's for you to get to know me a little bit and set your heart at ease. Okay, so when I say this is what the cards say, this is what I'm saying is this is what spirit has to say to you. This is what your divine army has to say to you. This is what my part truth has to say to your part truth. Okay, beloved? In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, in the name of Almighty breasted Mommy God, in the name of the Father of the heavenly lights, where every good and perfect gift comes from, in the name of Spirit, Spirit inside of ourselves, and Spirit outside of ourselves, please give us a message. Wow. Let's see if anything else flips out for Virgo. Thank you for giving us a message for Virgo. Thank you for giving us a message for Virgo. I wonder if I'm supposed to read that. Let's see. Thank you for giving us a message for Virgo. So, regarding your past, okay, you dealt with a lot of conflicts. We have the Seven of Wands. You dealt with a lot of conflict, okay, and you have learned to give unto your own self, to mother yourself, to be generous with yourself, okay? Whatever type of neglect or abuse that you've gone through as a child, you're encouraged, okay, in this energy to give unto yourself generously what others have not been able to give unto you generously. And when you do that, you're going to be able to receive your pure prosperity in an energy of generosity. Okay, and so let's see what fell to the floor. And this is the Fool, okay? And so what I'm picking up in your energy in this season, the Fool is your present energy, okay? And so sometimes we feel very foolish, and I think that that is more like, you know, speaking to your shadow self. Okay, us being in this waxing crescent moon, it really encourages us to really do some shadow work, okay, when it comes to the part of us that we demonize. And sometimes we think that being a fool is a bad thing, and it really isn't if we're allowing wisdom to guide us in the chances that we feel like we need to take, okay? And sometimes it feels foolish too to actually mother ourselves, okay? How can I mother myself if I didn't have a mother to give me an example of what a mother should be? How can I father myself or parent myself if I haven't had an example of what a father or a mother is supposed to be? Okay, and so the universe is saying, God's source, Mommy God is saying that you have a mother energy inside of you. You have a masculine energy, which is father energy inside of you. And you can take that leap. You can act a fool if you want to, okay? It's that there's a saying that goes, God protects fools and babies. Why does God protect fools and babies? Babies are innocent, okay? And without parental guidance, they can go off because they have no fear. And what Spirit wants you to know is, in this present moment, it's okay for you not to have any fear in pursuing what you want to pursue, the life that you want to pursue, and taking care of yourself, self-love, loving yourself, giving unto yourself, parenting yourself, nurturing yourself, giving yourself everything, okay, that your parents were not able to give you. You have that ability. You can do it. You have been equipped in this way, okay? You automatically know what to do without anyone being an example to you or teaching you that this is what you should do. Okay, that's what your divine army wants you to know, beloved. Okay, so I'm going to see if the Light Seers deck, let me shuffle a little bit, has anything encouraging for you. I didn't read the card that was on the floor. It's the Knight of Pentacles. And so I didn't even see what it was when I picked it up off the floor. It's the Knight of Pentacles. And basically it's confirming what I said, okay? You have to be your own knight in shining armor, honey. You have to be your own breadwinner. You have to take care of yourself in a way that no one else could, okay? And that's how you're going to start attracting others outside of yourself to treat yourself a certain type of way, because you're treating yourself a certain type of way. Even when you think bad thoughts about yourself, you will begin to attract others into your life who feel that vibe, and they will think bad things about you. So you have to be very generous when it comes to kindness, to, you know, treating yourself with kindness, not niceness. Niceness has a whole other agenda, and nice is very deceitful. Nice tells you you look good when you don't look good, honey. That shadow self is not nice. That shadow self is like, boo, I know you're not going to leave the house looking like that. And usually we looking at her like, you rude, you disrespectful, and we trying to get rid of her. You know what I'm saying? But we are encouraged to listen to our intuition, because our 90% divine feminine is our intuition. Okay? Okay, so let's see what the Light Seers deck has for you. And so these came in reverse, all right? I have the King of Pentacles. So you have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So that's just spirit and divine army just letting you know that this work begins within, because it's in reverse. And it's interesting because I was thinking to myself, is Virgo already doing this? I'm trying to tell them what they're already doing, and I never said anything. So getting this King in reverse just lets me know that there's still more work to be done. This is the present energy that you're in. And if you haven't started doing it, it's time to start doing that. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, and that's in reverse. And so basically what I'm picking up from that is you're hard on yourself. You're hard on yourself, and that's okay. It is also okay to that persecutor that is you, that is the person that you have to talk to and convince of you have to convince, you got to talk to her and let her know that you need forgiveness, okay? You have to talk to her, humble yourself before her and pray. That part of God that is in you, that 90% of God energy that is you. Sometimes she can persecute you, okay, or feel like she's persecuting you. And you have to humble yourself and you have to say, listen, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And when you tell her thank you, you are letting that divine feminine energy that's sharp and is all about telling the truth without any regards to your feelings. She ain't be good being gentle with it, but that your light self can provide gentleness when she's not gentle, so that she is balanced out and she can have a little bit of more emotion, because she tends to just box her emotions in. You understand what I'm saying? But your light self can basically show her your emotional side and plead with her for your atonement for any way that she feels like you're wrong, okay? And so when you're telling yourself you're wrong for that, boo, don't allow you to punish you. Say to you, okay, the Ho'oponopono mantra, which is, I'm sorry. Don't buck your head at yourself saying, well, I could do whatever I want. Don't tell her what your rights are, okay? Because she's going to continuously use that sword to pierce you and correct you and humble you. Okay? Even if she has to use the type of language, okay, that you don't like her to use. She could be cussing you out. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to demonize her. You don't want to ignore her. That's a part of your intuition that you need to shed light on. And you have to say to her, yes, I'm sorry. I am this way. I sin. I hurt myself. I make decisions that's not good for me and my family sometimes. But I desire that you forgive me. And I know that you will forgive me because you have the capacity to forgive me because you are love. And I know that you're talking to me the way you're talking to me out of the love of God. Okay, that's you hugging her. That's the light hugging up on your dark side. And to your dark side, it has so much light from the sun that we begin to see her like a full moon. You hear me? And so I know I'm saying she a lot because of that divine feminine energy, moon that we're in. But like I said, this is also for men. Okay, because you have a divine feminine energy, which is 90% also, and you tend to demonize her in yourself, and you tend to demonize her in your partner. You tend to demonize her outside of self. When dealing with people that are connected to you on the job, in your relationship, in your romance, and when it comes to your relationship even with your parents. Okay, so it's time to check that. All right, and so let me see. This is Osho Zen Tarot. Okay, let's see what message we have for you here. Flying out, honey. We have the inner voice. So that confirms your reading, beloved. You have to listen to your inner voice. Okay? Your inner voice may be a little bit too emotional. Your inner voice may be a little bit too selfish. Your divine feminine is going to be like, you're selfish, right? And then your light self is going to speak to your shadow self and pay her attention and say to her, so that she doesn't find ways to persecute you, so that she doesn't find ways to persecute you through you, so that she doesn't find ways to persecute you through what you manifest in your life when it comes to bringing people into your life or the people that's already in your life. Okay, you have to pay attention to her, you have to validate her, and you have to shed that light on her. That's a double-edged sword. Okay, so if she is using a sword on you to tell you the truth, you telling yourself the truth, or she's doing it through other people outside of yourself, or she's active in your past or your future, ready to persecute you in those areas, in those dimensions in your life. Okay, you got to make sure she's balanced out with that light, which is the other end of the sword. Okay, make sure you use that double-edged sword, not just that one-ended sword that just is here to persecute you. Persecution is part of the process. Don't despise the process. But listen, and we're talking about verbal persecution. If we don't want our intuitive persecution to manifest as natural persecution into our lives, we're going to have to balance her out before she begins manifesting through you or people that are connected to you. Okay, so the message for you today is self-atonement. You have to atone yourself, and my encouragement is to use that Ho'oponopono prayer. When that was introduced to me by a friend, I've never been so thankful. Never been so thankful because I have been doing that shadow work. I have been making sure that every time I am not pleased with myself, I validate that person, that persecutor that is me. Okay, and I shed some light on her. I let her know what it is I want and what it is I need. And I tell her thank you because I know that she has the ability to do it, and that encourages her to do it. So, listen, say thank you to the persecutor that is you, because she is the one that is blocking your pentacles. She is the one that is blocking your blessings. She is the one that's putting a hold on the things that you're trying to manifest, even though you're working so hard on manifesting what it is you want out of your relationships and what it is you want out of your life, period, financially. You know what I'm saying? So we are in that earth energy, that pentacle energy, okay? And so I just felt led to look at the bottom of the deck, and we have the silence card, okay? And so I want to encourage you to, when that persecutor begins to persecute you through self or through other people, take the time to be quiet and listen long enough to receive the whole truth and nothing but the truth, okay? Because she will tell you part truth, but that divine light you is going to tell you the other part truth that's going to make you whole. So you are going to be made whole in this pentacles, okay, energy. That's your message for today. But you have to do the inner work first, okay? You're the king of the pentacles. You are going to have to bring yourself solace. You are going to have to bring yourself calmness. You are going to have to bring yourself to the point where your life is good and you're satisfied and you can chill and relax anytime you need to chill and relax, okay? Money comes to me easily and effortlessly when I am the king of pentacles. So we want to see this turn right side up, and it will be if you do the work. But the work starts with being quiet and listening to your intuition, paying attention to your inner voice, not demonizing her, but balancing her out with divine light, the Father of the heavenly lights, where every good and perfect gift comes from. So I hope you are blessed by that message. I wonder if there's anything else. Let's see. Let's just see if something flips out of this oracle deck for you, okay? Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, I thank you for giving us a message for Virgo. Okay. See, they keep falling to the floor because we have to get on our knees and pray in fetal position to Mami Wata. You hear me? And that's that divine, 90% divine feminine dark energy that we tend to demonize. We need to stop demonizing her, humble ourselves and pray to her, okay? And ask for mercy, ask for forgiveness. Stop telling her what your rights are, okay? We all have a free will, but we don't need to tell her what you have the right to do, because she's going to continuously manifest persecution into your life from the inside to the outside. As above, so it will be below. You feel me? And so, soul family, calling your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. Okay? And so, you can accept help from family, help from friends, help from your co-workers. You can accept help while you take that time out to be silent and to listen and pay attention to your inner voice, because your inner voice is going to teach you how to begin manifesting desirable things into your life and to get what you want. So whatever you're asking about, your answer is within. Okay, and so this is, before I even started this message, I asked Divine Army to give us guidance, to give you guidance when it comes to, you know, mothering, fathering, children regarding their relationships with their parents. When it comes to you and your relationship with your parents, if you're trying to figure out what to do, where to go, first start within, okay? And everything without will manifest from what you are allowing to happen within. And if you're allowing balance by paying attention to your shadow self and shedding light on your shadow self with the Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Okay? If you're doing that work, all of a sudden, you're going to find that your relationship with your parents just is working out way better than it ever has before. You're going to have peace and harmony in those relationships eventually. You're not going to focus on the outwork. You're not going to focus on doing what it takes to get them to accept you and to love you the way you need to be accepted and loved. Okay? You're not going to focus on people outside of self treating you the way they need to treat you. Don't obligate them to that. Do that work on the inside, and it will begin to manifest on the outside. And so the same plea that you cry out to the one who is persecuting you and blocking you and manifesting persecution in your life, that is the same one that's going to turn around because you didn't give up on her. You didn't give up on your persecutor. You didn't give up on your shadow self. Okay, you didn't ignore her and try to fix things on the outside. You kept telling her, I'm sorry. You kept telling her, thank you, which reassures her and builds her up and makes her and gives her the ability, okay, makes her realize her ability to love you and not cause you any harm, to stop condemning you and being your reward. You want your shadow self to be allies with your light self. You have to be your own ally, beloved. And as you are, okay, all energy, all God energy, spiritual energy, relationship energy, whether it be on the job, with your parents, okay, with your children. You're thinking, some of you Virgos, you're thinking, how do I handle the abuse coming from my children? How do I handle the violence coming from my children? Am I ever going to get my children to forgive me for the things that they feel in their life is my fault when it's not working out for them? Spirit, divine army is saying to you, beloved, again, that the work has to start within. Start mothering yourself right, okay? And it will teach you how to mother your children. Start fathering yourself correctly, and it will teach you and train you in how to father your children and how to father the people in your romantic relationships. Okay, some of you are worried about, your romantic partner. Why they treating me this way? Why can't they treat me better? And you're doing everything in your power on the outside of self to try to change their mind against you. But the only thing that's going to change their mind is the one that's been persecuting you all these years, blocking love energy from coming into your life all these years. So you have to start that work and begin to pray to your persecutor, pray to yourself, pray to the God that is you, persecuting you, condemning you for your sins. Okay? And how does that work? Like, how is that persecutor condemning me? Every time you are not pleased with your own actions or the outcome of your actions, the persecutor that is you is ready to continue that persecution, ready to condemn you, ready to tell you why you're wrong and why you don't deserve love. Okay? And so that's why you have to plead to her. Okay? That 90% divine feminine that is you, beloved Virgo, who is male. You, beloved Virgo, who is female. Okay? This is going to fix your relationships at work. This is going to fix your relationships with your parents. This is going to fix your relationships with your children. This is going to fix your relationship with yourself. Okay? And so, that's the message, beloved. I hope that everyone who is Virgo definitely was blessed by that message and got a message from a part truth that is outside of yourself to confirm the part truth that is inside of yourself, because I'm not telling you anything you don't know. It's just that we talk ourselves out of it sometimes and we fluctuate up and down, trying this and trying that, when we need to just, Virgo, you need to just concentrate on that one thing only and watch everything outside of self begin to respond to the work that you're doing inside of yourself. Okay, beloved, have a blessed day. Pick up these pearls and rock them. Later.